South Central Arkansas, and we had a town meeting, and some people, told us, what their sightings were, and we picked a few that we found to be the most credible and the most enticing to what we're looking for. That met the certain criteria, area, description, things like that. So we picked this one out here. I don't think you're probably going to be able to see it, but there's a lake about 100 yards down past here, this way here. And then there's deep woods all back in through here. We're thinking the Squatch, and we know there's a stream back here. So we think the Squatch, the deer is going to come to this water. Okay, we think the Squatch is going to be in this area. There's tons of wildlife, tons of thick woods, and as you know, most of the sightings in this area especially has been around, rural farm areas. Okay, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky. Well, Kentucky outside of the mountains. But these states, they have a lot of remote areas, but there's also a lot of people that live off in the hills and off in the deep woods. So it's hard to go very many miles without seeing a structure of some kind. Now, that being said, that doesn't negate the fact that there could be Sasquatches around. Countless times people have made reports of seeing Sasquatches, credible reports, and those sightings have been near farms, homes, whether the Sasquatches, eat chickens. There's lots of farm animals, people that raise rabbits, things like that. Sasquatches are prone and known for these kind of activities. So we're going to go down here, me and Jacob, and we're going to sound out this area. We're going to make some knocks and things like that and see if we can't come up with any responses or anything like that, okay? Okay, we've come down through here, and I'm going to make what I believe to be a Sasquatch call, and then we're going to listen to see if we can get a response. Hopefully this is a good area, and hopefully you can, we're on the outskirts of this farmland. We're way off in the back 40, so to speak, and I don't know if you can see, but there's pines and stuff everywhere in here. It's very thick. Okay, so let me do Jake. I'm going to do a Sasquatch call, so be ready. I'm going to do it in 3 seconds, so you'll know it's me. 3, 2, 1. Woo! What was that? I've got something. Oh my gosh, I think I just heard a knock in response. I'm going to head down that way and see if I can get it. You hear the bird activity? I don't know if you can pick that up on the film, but there's a lot of bird activity all of a sudden. Did you hear the knock, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go down here and investigate. It's about 100 yards off down this way in these thick.
It sounded a ways down here. It sounded like right along those trees right there.
There's a body of water right down here. I don't know if it's the camera. It's going to pick it up. We didn't want to bring the night vision because we feel like it puts off some sort of wave, like we think the Sasquatches might actually pick up on. So we just brought our low density camera just to film the actual Sasquatch outing. And then if we get any notable or credible responses, then we'll come back maybe tomorrow night with all of our equipment and see what we can do. Okay, what we decided to do, since we did hear a knock, I'm pretty sure it was a Sasquatch. Now, Jake, he heard it too, but he was a little ways off, so he wasn't real sure what it was. But you could hear my call good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to split up here for about a half an hour, spread out a little ways, and see where we're getting ate up by mosquitoes, which is good for Sasquatch. And they're in the area if there's mosquitoes.
There's gotta be that knock.
So we're going to split up for about a half an hour. So we're going to keep in constant contact. You don't want to get lost out here in these woods, and we're going to split up, and then when we get back together, we'll see if either one of us found anything. Okay?
All right. So I've come upon a little nest, and this is. Let me try to show y'all. This is what Sasquatches burrow themselves in. So you can see where he's gone in right there. very, very possible chances of set. Did you hear that? I just heard something walking. I just heard something walking. I think I got something. I'm gonna send it back over to my man, see if what's going on over to him.
Okay, so we've been away from each other about 30, 45 minutes. I didn't really get a whole lot on my end. Jake's walking up here now. I see him coming through the woods here, and we're going to see if he found anything. Did you have any luck? Any surprises?
Yeah, there was a Squatch den. I could tell. It smelled, and I heard something walking around. Had to have been a Sasquatch. I mean, from everything we've seen tonight, we've got the wood knocks, and I've had a little den it's been sleeping in, and I could hear it walking. And yeah, so I mean, I can tell, very high chances of Squatch out here.
Well, it sounds very, very promising, and I saved the best for last. While I was walking around the pond down here, I found what I believe to be Sasquatch droppings. Now, there's no lab anywhere near here, and I'm pretty intensified by this. My emotions are through the roof, and the only other way I know to tell if it's Sasquatch or not, well, there's just one way. Get a load of that. Yeah, it's definitely Sasquatch. We'll be back next week to find out who pooped down by the pond.